This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A United States congressman is making sure factories are complying with the Center for Disease Control guidelines to combat COVID-19. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Kara and let's get right to your local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. And we start with an update on the number of COVID-19 cases in the state of Pennsylvania. You can see a breakdown of our three-county area here. There were 849 cases reported in the city of Hazleton as of yesterday. Today there are 1,680 new cases in Pennsylvania, bringing the total to 16,239. And 70 new deaths were reported in the Commonwealth. With the number of COVID-19 cases continuing to rise in the Hazleton area, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassatt and United States Congressman Matt Cartwright held a press conference at City Hall today. Cartwright addressed some of the concerns he's been hearing at his office. He says one of the biggest complaints is about big warehouses and factories in the area not giving employees enough personal protective equipment, not providing enough social distance, and hiring workers from New York to replace local employees.
We get these complaints and it creates a question of fact. Is this true? Is it not true? Is it a rumor? Or is it backed up by solid evidence? And that is in part the reason that I have called for OSHA inspections in the Hazleton area. That's the way you get to the bottom of these things. I'm not an expert in industrial hygiene, but the people at OSHA are, and that's why I called for those investigations, those inspections.
The Cargill meat processing plant in the Humboldt Industrial Park in the area has temporarily closed because of COVID-19. State Representative Tara Toohill applauded them and hopes others follow their lead. She also adds that Cargill is still paying employees. Mayor Jeff Cassatt spoke today about the curfew in Hazleton and the importance of social distancing.
That's what the important message should be. It shouldn't matter how many positive cases we have today, how much did it go up yesterday. It's a fact that we need to practice that social distancing to make a difference in the future. We did put the curfew in effect, which have been well received by the people. You know, everybody is complying with it. However, we will not see those effects for 10 to 14 days from now. So we need to be prepared, for increases coming up for that until we even see if this helps.
For the latest information on the COVID-19 outbreak in our area, go to the SSPTV News Facebook page. For those in the Jewish faith, Passover begins this evening. I spoke with Dan Cardonic, the executive director of the Scranton Jewish Community Center, about the holiday and how it will be celebrated during a pandemic.
Passover is a springtime holiday, lasts for 8 days, and it commemorates the exodus of the Jewish people from slavery after 400 years in ancient Egypt. And under the leadership of Moses and the help from God, the Jewish people were able to escape from Egypt and be able to take a long, arduous trek across the desert to freedom. And Passover is the holiday that helps commemorate that, and it gets its name because of God's help in helping the Jewish people. It said when he sent the 10 plagues over Egypt, that the 10th plague, he skipped over the homes of the Jewish people. And that gave them the opportunity to be able to escape.
Is there anything else I didn't hit on you want to get across about Passover happening or about what's going on, right now in the world that you feel is important?
I guess I would say that this is a time of year where it's supposed to be a festive time of year to celebrate Passover. And I think if there's anything to be said is the hope that goes with our current situation, that we will get through this, as soon as we possibly can, and to look at the symbolism of the holiday of Passover and see how that can relate to this current crisis, and hopefully go through what we consider a very long and arduous lockdown and stay-at-home order, that we'll eventually get through this and come out on the other side and reach our freedom from this illness, from this virus that's going on. So I think really, I think there's a lot of comfort in the sense of we can still celebrate, despite what's going on in the world. And this could only serve as hope for us, and serve as a measure of being able to stay calm together and still realize that we don't have to deviate from celebrating together. Even if it means we can't be with each other, we can still celebrate in other ways from technology. And I think, to be able to, this is not something that could have been done, years ago. So we're fortunate enough, to be able to do it this way.
Well, Dan, I thank you for your time today, and I hope you have a great Passover. And I also thank you for what you're doing for everyone for their spiritual needs right now as we go through a pandemic.
Thank you for having me, and wish you a happy Pesach, and for those that celebrate Easter, a happy Easter.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Some rainy, windy weather coming our way the next few days. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight is mostly cloudy with a low of 46 degrees. And then a hazardous weather outlook with wind gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour possible both Thursday and Friday. Thursday, showers and a possible thunderstorm with a high of 49, 80% chance of precipitation. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch possible. Wind gusts as high as 37 miles per hour. At night, partly cloudy with a low of 32 degrees. Wind gusts up to 28 miles per hour. Then on Friday, the wind gusts could get as high as 38 miles per hour. We have a 20% chance of snow showers, maybe some rain as well. Mostly cloudy with a high of 40 degrees. At night, partly cloudy, low of 29. Saturday is mostly sunny with highs in the mid-40s. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 31 degrees. Sunday, we have a 40% chance of rain after 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high of 54. And then Sunday night, an 80% chance of rain, mainly after 8 p.m. with a low of 43 degrees. Coming up in sports, a story on the Tamaqua area boys basketball team. Their season is on hold in the state quarterfinals right now. And next, a delicious story about a local woman's Easter tradition. Janine Lassant talks peanut butter eggs when we come back. And now our social news, and a very happy birthday to the greatest husband, dad, pop, and father-in-law, and can I add boss, Sam Lassant Sr. With all our love from your wife, children, grandchildren, family, Gucci, friends, and everyone at SSPTV News and Samsung Productions. God bless you with many more years of health and happiness. We'll party when everyone is safe. We love you. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following: Violet Vi Oswald, 99 years old, formerly of Hazleton. A memorial service will be held at a later date. The Roop Funeral Home in Mifflinburg is handling arrangements. You can send condolences at roopfuneral.com. Martha Lonczynski, 100, of Beaver, Meadows. Services are private. The Hillary J. Bonnet Funeral Home in West Hazleton is assisting the family. You can send condolences at bonnetfuneralhome.com. Robert J. Jones Jr., 50 years old, of Whitehaven. Services will be held at the family's convenience. The McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland is handling arrangements. Magdalene Molly Sinofsky, 86 years old, formerly of Harley. Services are private. The Frank J. Bonnet Funeral Home in Hazleton is handling arrangements. And Mildred Martinsik of Freeland. Arrangements will be announced by the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home in Freeland. Tonight's social news was brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. For information, call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.